First time, Google and Apple will be shipping their contact tracing software. Just getting off the press call with both Apple and Google, they say that multiple states here in the U.S. have expressed interest, and 22 countries on 5 continents have also expressed interest in using this software as well. And when I pressed them to name these 22 countries, they declined, but they say that they expect more countries to jump on board in the coming weeks. And this starts as the initial phase 1 launch, which means it wants Apple phones to be able to speak to Android phones. Not an easy thing to do. It'll start with exposure notifications. We can bring up the board for you. That'll launch today, and these exposure notifications alert people if they've come in contact with someone that has contracted or tested positive for coronavirus. And Apple and Google stressed on this call that this is meant to augment and support the public health's contact tracing efforts and not to replace them. Also, this comes with more heightened privacy as well, so there will be no location tracking. That was very important, and the public health authorities will decide how these notifications are pushed out and how they're triggered on each other's phones. Now, if we bring up the quote as well, they say that Apple and Google say that our technology is meant to make these apps work better. Each user gets to decide whether or not to opt in to the exposure notifications, and the system does not collect or use location from the device. And if a person is diagnosed with COVID-19, it's up to them whether or not to report that in the public health app. So, we've heard from North Dakota and some other states say that they have expressed interest in using this type of contact tracing software. And they say that we will need more masking, which is what Apple and Google are trying to do because they have been testing this in beta form. So these are more random keys that are generated to make sure that each user isn't just logged onto one key, which means it's more easily traced. And then Bluetooth gets covered as well. But this is phase 1, which is more basic. Phase 2 will be coming in the next few weeks. And this is a lot more complicated because this actually builds this software into the iOS, which is the underlying software that runs your Apple iPhones, and the Android operating system, which runs about 2/3 of the phones on the planet. Combined, they run about 3/4 of the phones that are used on Earth. But Neil, there are some concerns still about safety and privacy, but Apple and Google say that they are doing all they can right now to make sure that if you opt in, your location, your identity will be hidden.